Good morning. Time can be our greatest ally or our greatest enemy, depending on how we utilize it, and depending how we understand this tool. And I'm going to call time a tool right now. If you use it to your advantage, you can become a millionaire, billionaire in the future. If you do not use it to your advantage, if you allow it to be used against you, or you utilize it in the wrong way, it can completely impoverish you. And this works in many different ways. Relationships. I think about my kids all the time, and when my son was 2, sometimes he'd fight me about going into the vehicle or something. And I was late for an appointment. I was like, buddy, you've got to get into the vehicle. And I had a choice at that time. I had a choice to either get what I want right now, be on time for the meeting, or develop a relationship with my son. If I force him into that vehicle, I can do that. I have the ability because I've got the power. At that time, I'm stronger than him. But I had to always ask myself, what do I want in the future? Do I want a relationship with my son, or do I want to impress this person that I'm going to be on time for? Now, I hate being late, so this was a strong pull for me. But I had to make that decision. This same thing happens in all relationships. Think about your relationship with your partner or your friends or your family members. If you are sacrificing relationship later on to get your way right now, that's a losing situation. You are not compounding relationship in that situation. What you're doing is destroying relationship. And long term, these are the people who end up being alone long term, the people who sacrifice the future for the present. What is important? Always have the long view in mind. I'm going to talk about money for a second, because business and money run into this. I've been reading Warren Buffett's biography called Snowball. Where is it? Here it is. I've been reading his biography, and I found, I'm almost done here. What I found is that he always has had the long view in mind. He's never had the short view in mind. It's always been, hey, if I've got $1 now, how can I turn it into $100 later on? And he's actually done that many times over, right? He's turned $1 into more like $10,000 or $100,000. It's amazing what he's done. Always be asking yourself, what do I want long term? If you want money long term, then there are simple things you can do right now. You choose, instead of choosing Starbucks or whatever, you choose to invest it. You choose to put it away. You choose to reinvest in your business. I've been asked often by my business partner, Mark, what is the first thing anyone should do if they've got a bit of extra cash? What's the first thing that they should invest in? And I know his answer because I've heard it so many times now. He tests often his audiences this way. The answer for him always is invest it in yourself. If you grow your knowledge, if you grow your understanding, if you grow your network, then what that does is turns into a lot later on. If you just invested in a stock or invested in real estate without knowing what you're doing, that can be easily lost. But if you invested in yourself and you understand something really well, business, real estate, stock, whatever it is, then you can turn that $1 into 10 or 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 later on. Again, you've got to have the long view in mind. This is what I mean by using time as your ally rather than your enemy. Or having it as your ally rather than your enemy. If you have it as your ally, you're going to be thinking, how does time help me in this process? And you will make decisions that are different. I'll think of an example here. Is marketing. Marketing is a perfect example of this. If you go, okay, I want the quick buck, I want to sell a few programs right now, you will market in a way that destroys relationships. And you will have probably a little more money today, but you will have far less money later on. If you think about time and how you can leverage time and go, how do I build a brand? I'm going to build relationship with people. I'm going to build trust in what I'm doing, so much so that everyone believes in it. And it's always valuable to everyone. I never take advantage of anyone. When you're marketing like that, your marketing plan is going to look very different. You're not going to make often as much money right now, today, but you're going to make far more money later on. So today, the question is, how can you leverage time for your advantage rather than your disadvantage? Time, to me, in many ways, is a tool. All of us have a certain amount. We don't know exactly how much it is. The average is about 80 years. How can you use your 80 years that you have to get what you want in life? Relationships, money, business success, whatever that is. Ask yourself that question. Take some time with it. Spend half an hour, 45 minutes just thinking through a few things here, and you'll be able to quickly begin to be able to see, how does this relate to me? How does this help me? How can I utilize this for my advantage and the advantage of people around me? When you do this on a consistent basis, when you think about this on a consistent basis, you will have far more success in life and business and money. enjoy this process. Take the time to do this, and you will start to see results, sometimes not immediately. Sometimes not in the next week or the next month or the next year, but you will start to see results. And when you do see them, they will start to build momentum in an incredible way. Just kind of like the snowball, right? A snowball rolling down a hill. Enjoy your day.